Hi guys, Ivan and Susan here from Vloggers on the Loose. 8.5 kilometres from the Perth CBD, southeastern suburb over here. Built up an area of 1.8 square kilometres, and there's about 4,900 people in the suburb. So guys, this is a suburb that people have been asking for us to do. Do those people recognise it? Look at the shops over here. They're a bit run down. They're quite graffitied. This is Chapman Road, and we're in a suburb called St James, and there's more shops over there. There's an IGA over there. It looks very small though, and a fish and chip shop. And the shops look very run down through here. There's another shopping area over there. I don't know what that is. So St James is an inner southeast suburb of Perth, which is located within the local government areas of the town of Victoria Park and the city of Canning. So St James is almost wholly residential, with a small commercial strip along Albany Highway, and there's always commercial stuff and all sorts of stuff on Albany Highway. So we'll just take you for a bit of a walk down here, down one of the streets of St James. Quite a coolish sort of day in Perth today, guys. I left my jumper in the car, so I'm quite cold at the moment. And I don't know if you guys can hear the airplane, but the airplanes go fairly low through here. Have a look at this tree. Interesting tree. There's some, I don't know what tree it is. Anyone know what sort of tree that is? There's some round fruit in it. I don't know if that's the flowers that's going to open eventually. But very big green leaves on it. Really nice. So yeah, the planes go fairly low over here. Someone's having curry for lunch. I can smell curry, and it's making me hungry, guys. So the name St James was apparently named after St James Park in London. Interesting. Why the heck would we name a suburb here in Perth after a park in London? I don't know. Ask one of our politicians. They probably won't even know. Any politicians watch our channel? Answer that question. Why the hell would we name a suburb in Perth after a park in London? St James Park in London is probably irrelevant. Is it a big park? I don't know. Any of our English viewers, let us know. Leave some comments for us. St James Park in London, is it a big park, or is it just a tiny little park in the middle of nowhere? So in 1957, the northern portion of Bentley was officially gazetted as the new suburb of St James. So St James, part of Bentley, guys, in its early years. And what's going on over here on this side street? Let's walk down there. There's a lot of construction going on over here. I don't know what they're going to build over here. Let's have a look. I wonder if there's any photos or anything. Doesn't look like. It's quite a bit of earthworks going on here. Check this out. The neighbouring, have a look at the houses, guys, around it. They must be going through a horror movie with all that earthworks happening here. Look at this. Christ, it's everywhere. I wonder what was here. They're certainly doing a lot of stuff in here. It's going right up. Hey, look what we found. Here he is. We found him. I'm not going to touch it. There it is there. You don't know what's been in it. What have we got here? We've got a convention coming down the street of St. James. So a number of streets in the suburb, guys, are named after notable UK Prime Ministers and Members of Parliament. UK again. Don't know what's going on. UK Prime Ministers and Members of Parliament. Let us know what's going on here. Why is everything named after English, after England? And there's a huge dog sitting there, and no fence or anything. But it's a Labrador, and they're supposed to be quite nice animals, so he hasn't flinched. And this gate over here has been left open. Don't know if there's a Rottweiler behind that. So guys, in the post-war period of significant, in the post-war period, a significant amount of public housing was built by the State Housing Commission in St. James and in Bentley. So there would, you would imagine, there would still be a lot of social housing through here and in the suburb of Bentley, which we did do a video on, and there was quite a bit of state housing still through state housing, social housing, all the same thing. Ames West, all the same thing. It's still through Bentley, and you would imagine through the suburb. Here's a loquat tree. Yeah, I've spoken about loquats before. The fruit's only very, very tiny on it. They're quite nice. These veg trees need pruning, guys. Not very good. And there's another aeroplane going overhead. That's a light plane over there. That's probably going to the Jandicott airport. So what do you guys think of St. James? So far so good. Haven't seen anything out of the ordinary yet. So what we might do now, guys, is wind this little segment up over here of St. James and take you to another part. We'll see you there shortly. Okay, we're just in another part of St. James. Beautiful old house across the road there, the white one. Can hardly see, it's hard to see. That block's been subdivided, guys, because you can see the common driveway down there, and another house at the back of that. So a lot of these houses through here, the blocks were quite big in its day, and a lot of it's been subdivided. People are cashing in and making some money on their surplus land. Another one over here. And they're about to build. See that behind there? This will be the common driveway here, probably. And the front house will be retained. Have a look at all the tree roots they've cut out over here. They're probably going to do some work on this house also. Or this here could even be the common driveway. Yeah, it's cleared down there also. So either side, but it has been subdivided. Guys, we're just, here's our friend over here, Mr. Trolleyman. He's everywhere. We've seen a few, I think, in St. James so far. So St. James must love, or the residents out here must love stealing trolleys from shopping centres. Bloody thieves. Guys, we're coming up to the cheapest unit over here in St. James. And that's it across the road there. one of those units. They look pretty grotty, to be honest. We parked nearly in front of it there, or we have parked in front of it, and yeah, and they're just rising the residence. There was a lady on the top balcony, hair everywhere, and still in her dressing gown. I think that might have been all she was in. So this is it here, guys. Unit 16, 1041 Albany Highway, St. James. Now this isn't Albany Highway that we're walking on, but those units obviously face Albany Highway. That's Albany Highway over there in front of us. So this unit over here, it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car bay. Very tiny units, guys. 40 square meter. The unit was neat inside but very dated, so if you buy it you probably want to redo the whole thing inside, and they're asking from 295,000 Australian dollars for one of those units. What do you think? This is your view over here. Nice colourful view. Have a look at that. Beautiful colourful view. What do you guys think? And your other view is a car yard across the road there. So, and you've also got the planes, like I said, flying fairly low. There's one taking off there. And you've got the Perth Hills over there. So you've got a few views, whether you like them or not. They're still views, car yards, colourful views, and Perth Hills. So there you go, guys. Would you live in one of those units? Very tiny, like I said, 40 square meters. But the price is not too bad, from 295,000 Australian dollars. So what we'll do now is we'll take you to a different part of St. James and show you guys around there. See you there shortly. Okay, we're just in another section of St. James. St. James is a very messy suburb to drive a car around in, I'll tell you that much. Unless you know the suburb, of course. Let us know, guys, if you've lived in St. James or you live in St. James. Is it the roads are just all over the place, and you can't turn right in some roads, you can't turn left. It's just a bit messy. Anyway, that's what happens in these inner city suburbs. Look at this little driveway here. The garage right on the road just about. So what do you guys think of St. James so far? Leave some comments for us, let us know. There's a lot of units on the street that we're on. Seems to be a lot of units here. We're coming up to the most expensive house now. It's for sale over here in St. James, guys. And that's the house across the road there. No, it's not. Oh, is it? Yeah, it is. Number 12, Norman Street, St. James. That's the old house there. It's a 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Sorry, one bathroom, 1 car bay. You can see the 1 car bay there. So the agent is correct. They're not saying 20 car bays. It's just the one. Pretty old house, guys, on a big block. 911 square meter block. The property is being sold as is, so you can imagine it never had any photos of the interior of that house on realestate.com. It only had the outside, so you can imagine what it looks like inside. Guys, they're asking from 999,000 Australian dollars for that house. That's probably only block value here in St. James in Perth. What do you guys think? Will you buy that for $1 million? Let us know. Leave some comments for us, guys. Pretty old house. There's a lot of units on the street, but there are a few houses. I think the houses start from about where that house was for sale. The houses start. So there's a lot of units on the street. Here's a vacant block of land here. Have a look at this. Pretty grotty. I bet if I kick that, a rat will run out of there or something. Don't want that. There's a few trolleys lying on the block also. and they're about to build on this block because they've just put water in over here. So that'll be more units probably. But in saying that, there's quite a few houses. There's a big house there. That's a huge house over there. The old Italian style house over there. Pretty big house. So guys, there's only 4 parks in St. James. And there's only 1 primary school over here. And that's it for the schools, just 1 school. And there's 2 shopping areas. We showed you the one on Chapman Road. And there's also a little one on Albany Highway. But very hard to park along Albany Highway. Probably have to park in one of the side streets and walk there. And these units here look quite nice. They look quite new across the road here. That one's just been sold. They look very nice. Pity about the verges. The verges aren't kept at all. And here's another trolley here. There's people in St. James love parking their trolleys everywhere. Have a look at this. Trolleys everywhere. But that group of units there look really good. It's a pity they haven't kept the verges neat though. And then there's a real old house on the corner there, guys. Nice old house, kept quite well also. Kept really well. So there's 3 doctors' clinics in St. James. And the closest hospital is the Bentley Health Service. So St. James is not on the train line, however the closest train station is Carlisle train station. And that's a new train station now, the Carlisle. They've just built a brand new station out there. If you watch our video on Carlisle, we showed the train station being built. I'm not sure if it's finished yet. It might be finished now. It was nearly completed when we filmed it. And there is the closest train station, like I said, is Carlisle, and there is a bus service to the train station. And there's also a bus in this area that takes you into the Perth CBD. Here's this another old house here. Look at this. Looks the same as the other one back there. So guys, like I said, there's also a lot of commercial and industry things around on Albany Highway, and the planes do fly quite low. There's another one going over there. So what I might do now, guys, is give you the median house price through here. And the median house price through St. James is 840,000 Australian dollars. And the median unit price over here is 480,000 Australian dollars. And the median land price is quite high, 570,000 Australian dollars. So hopefully we've satisfied the few people that have asked about St. James, because quite a few have asked about St. James. I think one of our subscribers used to live here, or still lives here, I'm not sure. They might be best to comment on driving around the suburb, because we found it quite daunting. You go to one road and it's closed off, or it doesn't exist, or you have to turn around and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, it was interesting, and there's a lot of, you can walk to a lot of areas on Albany Highway there, all the restaurants and stuff. So that's pretty good. Here's a lot of units here also, guys. And that's your view across the road there. A bit of industry on the move. So there you go. We're trying to find a spot to wrap it all up here. Can't find anywhere interesting to wrap it up. Might just wrap it up in front of that hedge over there, the one poking out. I don't want to wrap it up in front of a industrial building, so we might just wrap it up over here, a bit of greenery in the background. There we go. Well, thanks for watching that video on St. James, guys. Hopefully we were of some help to you guys that kept asking for St. James. Finally done it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.